Well, Chris Hardman, who went on a family holiday.
Are you leaving?
They're making me go.
The only chance I've got to try to get a band out of this is walking out the door.
With Chris gone, Gene announced a temporary band lineup. This week, the band start to fall apart with their first test.
At the end of this week, we're playing our first show.
People get stressed out, start moaning at me, and that just really pees me off. You're just pushing it so fucking far.
You're meant to be the drummer, yeah?
Tony Iommi, come on out!
And embattled Gene calls for reinforcements.
First time we played together, 31 years ago.
Tony Iommi from Black Sabbath coming into our school is going to be the biggest thing that's ever happened to Lowestoft.
And the band's positions are under threat with the return of Little Chris.
I'm going to try my hardest to get back in the band.
He comes back, thinks he can do anything and everything he wants. Fuck off, Chris, you come back.
Oh, you did that,
Feeling like I want to smack him in the nose.
I've got a show coming up in a few days. I'm scared to death.
Yeah!
God, I'm good.
Gene Simmons is only a week into his new teaching job, but he's already lost his star pupil. Now he faces the challenge of getting a band that has never played together ready to perform in front of a crowd.
At the end of this week, we're playing our first show.
Where are we playing it?
That's a good question. We have a lot of work to do.
I've never played in front of an audience in my life because I got the worst stage fright.
Oh, I'm just really scared because he's expecting it to be proper good and it's not going to be good. It's going to be rubbish.
Basically, I need to find out if you know My Generation. Do you know it?
With less than a week till the first gig, the band need to decide on a song.
People try to put us down.
Ellie has landed the role of lead singer as Gene's first choice, Little Chris, is away on holiday.
Me and my life.
But with Chris due back this week, Ellie's position is under threat.
I really am happy that he's got to give it to me, but I think because Chris is just, I think Chris is better than me, but I'm going to try and, like, you're not having it, Chris.
People try to put us down. Put us down. Put us down.
I tried teaching the class My Generation, which is a fairly simple song, and I ran into big stumbling blocks.
Just because we get around.
One is, they couldn't all sing in the same pitch, in the same key. You like to sing it here, but she can't sing that high, so it's difficult. Can you play this?
With the band unable to stretch to the demands of My Generation, Gene opts for the much easier Any Way You Want It by the Dave Clark 5.
Any way you want it, you can call me any day. Hey, hey. Any way you want it.
A song that Gene happened to cover with Kiss.
Hey, 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 hey. It's alright, it's alright.
1, 2, 3, sing it!
Any way you want it, you can call me any day.
I think the song is not as rocky as I thought it was going to be. It's quite old, well, I've never heard of it before.
You can call me.
They're just learning how to play one song. They're probably a month away from knowing it well enough. I've got a show coming up in a week.
Gene's only chance to escape the stress of school is at his rather luxurious staff quarters, a stately home outside Lowestoft. But after a week with no groupies, the solitude is driving him stir crazy. The only person around to keep Gene sane is his personal assistant, Christine.
I feel lonely every day. I wake up and I want to be surrounded by a sea of women. I want a woman's quilt. Just like covered in breasts and just choked.
But then you'd wear yourself out and you'd look twice as old.
Yeah.
You wouldn't keep yourself as young looking.
No.
Gene's worries about his love life, or lack of it, will have to wait. The band's needs are greater than his, as they're making very little progress, despite Sammy's best intentions.
Being drummer in this band is the most important thing to me in the world at the minute. This is one of the best privileges that I probably will have in my life. This is a one and only chance.
Enthusiasm is in great supply. The only thing lacking is rhythm.
Look at me. Sammy has a very short attention span. It's almost ADD, attention deficit drumming.
When you stop, you have to be able to count. 1, 2, 3, and stop.
He has the attention span of a flea. There is no stopping in rock and roll. There is no. I'd like to make a speech. You see, I dropped my drumsticks, and that's why I'm not playing drums. They'll kill you. They'll kill you. I don't mean physically.
I've got to work extra hard to keep where I am. Just stay behind that drum kit. And that's what I want.
The drums are a lifeline for Sammy, who's on his last chance after putting his fist through a window at school. He lives with his stepdad, who knows all about his anger issues.
I've looked after Sam on my own now for the best part of 9 years. So he always got a mum. He doesn't live with us. He must miss her. He's had his down times and his up times because of it, you know. So he's come through it and he's doing really well.
This year, I'm trying to keep my temper down, but at the minute it's not working.
Rock stars are used to being waited on hand and foot. But as a teacher, if Gene wants something, he has to get it himself.
Hello.
Hello.
Where should I put my coffee mug?
Do you want a coffee?
Yeah, a little.
Right.
Gene's pushing his luck, asking maths teacher Tony Hook, having made outlandish claims about his wife last week.
I can walk into a party and walk out with your wife.
Put 50p in here, and you should get a coffee.
Can I borrow 50p from you? I'm good for it. I'll pay you back.
I don't carry cash.
Oh, that's
cool. Let me see if I can get a 50p piece.
For Gene Simmons, making your own coffee is a novel but highly challenging experience.
Oh, that doesn't fit. Gee, there's not much coffee in there.
You only put 50p in. You don't get much coffee. That's 50p. That's okay. It's. Do you want another 50p? This is for a guy who's worth, well, according to the paper, 150 million quid. Hasn't got 50p.
With Gene leaving the band alone to rehearse, there's no one around to keep Sammy's temper in check as the pressure pushes him to breaking point.
Should we do it with drums now, yeah?
I'll fuck up straight away.
Sammy, if we play enough songs about together, everyone fucks up at some point. Everyone else has tried it, or tried their parts.
I think Sammy needs to improve on his attitude towards things. Whenever he goes wrong, he just wants to stop and just give up.
I will not be able to play that fast because I will muck up.
You can at least try.
What's the point in trying if I know I'm going to muck up?
Because you'll get it.
Ellie, shush! I've just had enough of people moaning at me. Are you going to leave me alone?
Well, if you're meant to be the drummer, you should be able to...
Are you going to leave me alone?
If you're the drummer, you should be able to go on a drum... Oh, here we go again. I'll say that, Sammy.
You're pushing me to the limit.
What?
You're just pushing it so fucking far.
Because you're meant to be the drummer, yeah?
Fuck's sake!
I just think that Sammy needs to sort himself out if he's going to stay as the drummer, because I don't think any of us can work with him properly.
Right now, I feel like scrapping the whole thing. I don't even know if I'm going to come back or not.
In Kirkley School in Lowestoft, the class have less than a week until their first gig. The band has only been together for a few days and they've already fallen out with their drummer, Sammy.
Just want to say sorry for yesterday, but I want to ask a favour as well. Please, no lectures.
Hold on. What happened yesterday?
Yesterday, when we were rehearsing, when you left, everyone just started moaning. Last night I just sat there and thought about everything really. What I need to do to actually stay in the band, because I can't keep just running out of class like that.
How do you win by walking out?
You don't.
I guess you don't. What else is going on? Lily?
Kind of so. I thought it was really nasty, Sammy, when you said, you come out there and I was sitting out there and you said, oh, he hates a man, she's a slut or something, and then you ran off. And I thought, how is she a slut just for saying, don't worry, we'll sort it out later? Well, that was really nasty.
When I'm peed off, I call people every name under the sun. Don't matter what it's about, it's just everything. And when I've calmed down, I decide to say sorry.
Sammy, I've heard, has a hot temper, a short fuse, all of which does nothing for me. He's gonna deliver, or I'm gonna fire his butt.
The first gig is drawing closer, and Gene wants the class to arrange it themselves, creating jobs for those not in the band.
We need a kind of a manager, organizer, for now. So I don't have to babysit.
The role of manager is being vied for by Rebel Jeddah, who skipped Gene's class last week, and the super confident Rob.
I'm gonna try everything I can to become the manager of this band, rather than trying to play an instrument, because I know I haven't got any musical talent.
I think I should be the team leader, simply because I think I've got the balls to do it.
And for now, we're gonna try Jeddah. And if you don't do your job, he will. And maybe he's gonna be the real manager of the band. We'll see what you do.
I'm going to chase him all the way down to the wire, Fred. So I was devastated when I didn't get it.
I intend to keep this job for as long as possible.
He's about the most troubled young person I've seen, but I'm going to make him the manager. We'll see what he does with that.
The members of the class not in the band form a management team. Their first task is to come up with a name for the group, but looking for ideas in the music press is only producing laughs at Gene's expense.
Look! Gene's in this magazine. It says, what the fuck is Gene Simmons on? Oh my God, where would you even start? So he thinks everyone in England is incredibly well off, goes to boarding school and gets buggered by prefects. We're not an Enid Blyton novel, you hairy wanger.
Oh, dick on hairy wanger.
And the lack of respect isn't just confined to the management team.
I think Gene's arrogant, annoying, grumpy. I don't like his hair. Well, it looks blue in the light, but it's black. It's been dyed, obviously, you can see that.
If his pubes are anything like his hair, I doubt he would have bedded over 4,600 women.
These young people are out of control. No discipline, no respect. They think they know it all. They think they don't need to work. They think they don't need this. What's the name of the band?
No comment.
Can I see?
It's just cut posters from it. That's Rob's.
What's with the 1M?
We wanted to be different, didn't we?
Interesting. No comment. That's about as bad of a name as I've ever heard.
Does your poster tell you that right away?
I reckon
Who? I think what you've got there is not working.
They don't have a clue what works. They don't have a clue how to put together a poster, and I'm gonna have to take back some of the power. It's worse today than it's ever been.
With Gene failing to win the class over, he is on the ropes and running out of ideas.
So, you're happy with the children, are you?
No.
You're not happy with the children?
No. They see me as a pincushion. They all come in with their little pricks and they just keep testing me.
Do they drive you crazy?
Yes. I used to have a lot more hair. I barely have any left.
In need of some help to motivate the students, Gene decides to call for some backup. But his radical plan is going to be a big surprise for the class.
One of the biggest bands of all time. A band called Black Sabbath. You remember I was telling you about this guy? That's Tony Iommi. He's the guy who came up with all the riffs. And if he were to show up, that would be the coolest thing in the world. But he is here.
Tony Iommi, come on out!
The guy who came up with the riffs that launched an army of guitar players. A guitar army. This is Tony.
When Tony Iommi turned up, I was just I was shocked because it's like my dad's is his like #1 idol ever. I'm Smanny and I'm guitar for now.
Hi Sam. Tony Iommi from Black Sabbath coming into our school is going to be the biggest thing that's ever happened to Lowestoft.
It's loud.
Tony is an awesome guitar player. I honestly thought my mum was good on guitar. I honestly thought Brian May was the best.
Basically, I grew up in Birmingham, went to quite a rough school with Ozzy. Really, I wanted to get out of the school. I wanted to be a musician. And I started working in a factory. And I had a serious accident in the factory and took the ends of my fingers off. And I thought that was it, you know. As you can see, look there, I've got these bandaged up now, but they were taken off at that time. And I thought, well, that's it, I'll never play again.
Ah, his fingers. I felt well sorry for him that he hasn't got tops of fingers, and I saw that little fake finger he had on. I was just like, ugh.
It was just persevering with it. And, you know, if I can do it with 2 fingers, you know, you can do it with 4 fingers.
Tony playing with 2 fingers on a guitar makes me feel like I can play drums with 1 hand.
When Tony was teaching me one-on-one how to play the Black Sabbath riff, I was just like, oh my God, how many people have done this?
Oh my God, never met someone so famous, well, apart from Gene Simmons, but yeah, so who cares? Anyway, oh my God!
I think the final gig that they're going to be doing is going to be hard, playing in front of 20,000 people, which is going to be absolutely daunting. I mean, it's going to be terrifying.
First time we played together, 31 years ago. 31. Look how gorgeous we are.
Can you play something for us now?
You want us to play something together? Sure. Oh, this is a crap amp. You know, I'm on 10 here, that's all we get.
Gene's efforts to inspire the class are paying off.
It was magical. It was one of the most magical experiences in my life.
But the battle to win their respect is backfiring.
Tony Iommi knows a lot more about guitar than Gene Simmons. If he were our teacher, I think we'd get on a lot better with him.
Tony Iommi is one of the biggest legends ever to embrace the earth.
Do you think Black Sabbath were more successful than Kiss?
Look at him. No, I think there's no other band like Kiss.
Personally, I think Black Sabbath are better than Kiss. It just appeals more to me.
To mark the rock history milestone of Gene and Tony's duet, the rock legends pop down to the local to celebrate. As a teetotaler, Gene may not be interested in pulling pints, but he's keen to show Tony that when it comes to pulling the ladies, he's one of the boys.
So did you come in alone?
No, I'm married to the owner.
You ever been married?
Don't go there. Yeah.
How many? 4 times.
4 times, I'm afraid.
You're killing me.
Probably every time I've seen you, it's been another wife.
I'm not familiar with that term, married, but why would I do that? Let me get this straight. You're only allowed 1 woman, and if she catches you with somebody else, snip, snip.
Yeah.
A prostitute will at least tell you in the beginning how much it's going to cost. Your wife will tell you nothing until at the end.
Why didn't I figure that one out? Now you tell me.
With the class nowhere near ready for the gig, Gene has cancelled all leave and is making them come in on Saturday morning. Tony's visit may have motivated the band, but it hasn't worked so well on their manager.
Jetta, how do you feel?
Dreadful.
Why do you feel dreadful?
Because I went out last night.
Why would you drink the night before we come in for our first rehearsal?
Well, when I went out, I didn't intend to drink that much at all.
Your head hurts?
What?
Your head hurts?
Yeah.
So if I make a loud sound, you're not going to like it.
When I came into the class with a hangover and he started playing drums, that just killed me. That really hurt. Just... So the stuff he does is pathetic like that. It's pointless.
I don't want you to sing. I just want to talk to you. I just want to talk to you.
Jeddah hopes to keep his head down and recover from last night, but Gene has other ideas.
You don't have to move. You don't have to do anything. You want this?
So, being called by my nan.
That's all right, take it.
Okay.
We want to hear it.
What, conversation?
Go ahead.
Hi. Oh, talk privately. Yeah,
Private.
hi, nan.
All right.
Yeah.
I am so mixed up about Jeddah. I'm furious at him, angry as anybody has a right to be for somebody who's completely dropping the ball, and disappointed that whatever leadership he qualities may have, he's never going to give a chance.
Gene's unconventional behavioural therapy leaves Jeddah feeling humiliated and unwilling to return.
Oh, I don't want to do it today, I really don't. I wasn't in the mood to come this morning because it was like Saturday. I wanted to go out with my mates.
Jeddah going home, that is well out of order. He had the other day off as well. Well, rude, he shouldn't be kept in our class.
I don't think we should bother with him anymore. Like, I didn't think we should before. And now I just think he's pushed it too far.
A sentiment shared by Gene, who calls an end to the lesson to go find Jeddah, who is skiving at home.
Have they prepared you for the big bad wolf?
I'm not afraid of the big bad wolf.
You're not? Oh, then I'm not doing my job. You are Jedda's mom.
How do you do?
I'm Gene Simmons.
Hello.
Nice to see you.
Very tall.
Jeddah doesn't get on with his mum, so he lives with his grandparents where she can still keep an eye on him.
I'm fascinated by Jeddah. This morning he showed up with a big headache.
Rock and roll.
What happened?
I think he had a little bit to drink. I don't know how much.
Little?
I don't know. I don't know how accessible it is to them. You know, they're not supposed to.
He said a lot.
Did he?
Yes. Jeddah drinks because he can. And because he can use that as something to point at and say, I'm troubled, which then makes everybody give him attention, which is really what it's all about.
I think he's a bit mixed up at the moment.
Yeah. Well, he'd only recently changed schools, and he just seemed to walk into this.
I know, but we all have stories, with all due respect. I came to America at 8.5 years of age and couldn't speak a word of English. Everybody's got a story. Yeah. They pick on me. What are you, stupid? Can't you speak English? I changed schools. I forgot to tie my shoelace. I combed my hair the wrong way. It's too easy for him to point to his grandparents being there and being raised by them, to his mother, whatever his problems are with her. The world and life doesn't care. What have you decided you wanted to do?
I've decided that I want to be manager.
You want to be manager. And can a manager show up with a headache?
No.
No more bullshit. Okay. Yeah. Real stuff, real commitment, real living up to your potential.
Yeah.
Because you're 10 times better, in my opinion, than you think you are. Good one. That's a good handshake, too.
1, 2, 3!
Having worked his magic with the manager, Gene turns his attentions to the band. Their first gig is rapidly approaching, but they're still not rocking.
If you're going to laugh like you're a friendly girl next door, I'm going to send you next door.
Is Ellie a good vocalist? No.
Anywhere you want.
Come on. Yeah, I know. I want some energy, you know. Anywhere you want it.
Do you have to be a good vocalist? Absolutely not. What you have to have is fire and the guts. And so a few times I put my nose right up to hers and just kind of tried to get her out of her shell.
Do you know what staccato is? Cut the words short. You're going, anywhere you want it. You don't need that. Anywhere you want it. You can call me any day. You're going, any day. No long notes.
I'll give it my best shot. It's just like I think that somebody else is going to get my job now. I really don't want them to, and I'm going to try my hardest.
1, 2, 3.
Lindsay is having a difficult time. She's just learned how to play the bass. She doesn't know what any chord is called. She doesn't know what any note is called. And in the course of the class, I've got her remembering 20 or 30 chords.
I've got no fucking idea. I sat there and I don't even know what a note is. All I know is just copy what he does, so.
We have a show coming up, and some of the people in the band have never played their instruments before. I still don't have a lead singer. Where's Chris Hardman? Who's going to be the lead singer?
Gene's not the only one thinking about little Chris. He may be thousands of miles away, but his presence still dominates the class.
I think when Chris gets back, that everything is going to change, because Chris is really talented, and I know he's going to try his hardest to get in the band, and I think that he's going to be singer.
I don't know what's going to happen when little Chris gets back, but that'd be quite rude if he's just allowed to take their place when he's been away for a week.
Am I coming or am I going? I've got a show coming up in a few days. I'm scared to death.
The band, currently going under the moniker No Comment, are due to play their first gig in a few days' time, but are a long way from being ready. They need a steady beat to hold their song together, but drummer Sammy is failing to deliver.
That's not good. I thought you were never going to stop.
Well, I just realised when it was.
The drums can't stop. He forgets everything. If he could, he'd forget his name. We learn arrangement, and then he stops, like a deer in the headlights of an oncoming truck. I'm gonna get another drummer.
I keep hitting my nail.
I don't care. Tell that to 20,000 people.
And then he said, I'm gonna have to get a new drummer. And I was like, yeah, thanks for all the credit you're giving me. I just thought that was out of order.
My concern is that on stage, when he sees 20,000 people looking at him, he's going to freeze up and forget everything. And if the drums freeze up, we're dead. I'm not here to be your friend. I'm really not.
Is there a chance I can have a number for Uplands Community Centre, please?
Rhythm is not the only thing the band are lacking. The management team, led by Jeddah, are yet to book a venue for them to play in.
I'm the manager of a small band in Lowestoft called No Comment, and we'd like to know if we'd be able to book a gig on Saturday.
Jeddah's got this little notebook, and he don't think I've actually read the notebook, but the actual notebook says, aims, and then like you got the names down, and I go across my aims, get Rob off my back, I don't think he's good enough as manager, and try and get him to play bass guitar even though I don't think he should. You know what I mean?
I think Rob's after my position most. He's been quite a pain in the arse for me, he's been messing me about.
He can't face the pressure, I don't think, of me, because I'm right up his arse for manager.
Here's one for you, Rob. YMCA Norfolk. YMCA club, go there.
Wow. Here's one for you. Bender.
With time running out, the band is getting in some last-minute practice. But Gene needs days, not minutes.
I'm gonna kill myself. Oh, God. This band doesn't know what band means. They don't know in your face means. I'm expecting them to completely lose where they are. I'm expecting them to forget their names, where they are, where they're going, who they're looking at. I'm expecting the absolute worst. That's perfectly fine. That's perfectly fine. I'm going to be working their little butts off to the point where they start complaining and start questioning if they should be doing this at all. That's when they'll be ready.
But the big worry for the band is the return of Gene's musical prodigy, the multi-talented Chris Hardman, who's been away on a week's family holiday.
I think his well going to change everything when he comes back because he's good at guitar, drums and vocals. Me in this world.
He's fearless. He has a delusional belief in himself, just like me.
Let me rock! If Chris was to take over the singing part, I would feel really upset because like I've been here all week and he's been like on holiday.
I'm getting quite nervous about Chris coming back now because I really don't want to lose my role in the band.
But the biggest problem for the band is the tension between Chris and hothead Sammy.
I don't get on with Chris very well. I know Chris. He'll expect to be straight in the band. And if that does happen, then I'm definitely leaving.
Chris may be small, but he is causing big trouble in the band, and that's before he's even set foot in the classroom.
I just want to be in the band, just desperately want to be in the band, whether it's vocals, guitar, drums.
Having impressed Gene before he went away, Chris's place in the band seemed a dead cert, but as he is about to find out, things have changed.
I'm well behind. I'm going to try my hardest to get back in the band. Whatever it takes, I'll just do it.
What are you doing back? I thought you were in Disneyland.
Came back.
What did you think of your band?
It was good.
How was Ellie?
It's good. Thanks.
Yeah. We're going to play that song.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. You want to come and see us perform?
Yeah.
You can be in the audience.
Pardon?
You can be in the audience.
Cool.
You snooze, you lose.
I just want to be in the band. I just desperately want to be in the band. Well, they've got the band and they're really good, aren't they? Don't know what to say.
The management team are hoping the band's road to rock stardom will start here, at the local Bowls Club. The average age of club members is over 60, so only an audience made up of Gene's peers.
I'm the manager of a band that's just new and up and coming, and we'd like to know if you've got any open spaces on Saturday night this week.
The first thing that comes in my mind is we usually have a game. This particular week it's a game of Bruce Forsyth play cards, right? And it's £400 jackpot, so a lot of people are chasing that.
I'm personally happy with the Bowls Club because I go there a lot and I know loads of people there, and I could get so many people there.
Personally, I don't particularly like it, but quite frankly, I think it's going to be good for the first gig.
How about if I said to you, I'd let you come along and see how it goes down. If the people like it, then we take it from there.
With the prize slot after Brucey's Play Your Cards Right confirmed, it's a perfect time for Gene to take a break. But his star from Nemesis, Tony Hook, has other ideas.
There's one or two things in your pigeonhole that you need to sort out over the next couple of days.
I see.
Because there's some important information for you in there.
All right, we'll take a look.
He won't be up to speed, and he needs to get himself up to speed pretty quickly. So I have gone through one or two things with him, things that he needs to know as a matter of urgency. Have you checked your pigeonhole every day, Gene?
This is going to be my first time, actually.
Right, what you'll probably find is you probably do need to check it every day, because each day new stuff comes in. And sometimes we get junk mail. But it's not junk mail, because it's about healthy eating. There's a celebrity chef.
I know of him.
Jamie Oliver, who's had a real impact.
Beverly Hills must seem a long way away. But the gig is getting closer, and the management team need to think about publicity. However, they're without Jeddah, their manager, as he is off sick with a mouth ulcer.
Jeddah says the manager has to be on time and everything, but he's punctuality needs to be sorted out. And also I think I should be the manager. I think it's very poor managerial skills, guys.
I can't believe that Jeddah didn't come.
He's now not turned up for three things, and he's still the manager. I think we've got to take our case to Gene and see what happens from there.
Is everybody here?
No, Jeddah's not here. Your manager?
He went home ill.
Did he call anybody?
No.
He didn't call anybody.
Could actually be ill.
But he should let us. I've been ill, and he should let some of us know.
Well, hands up if you think Jeddah should go, for definite.
Okay, he's gone. Okay, I'm making an executive decision. You're both on. Left hand and right hand.
I'm just really excited that I've got what I wanted, to be honest, because I've been wanting to be managed ever since, like, it's been announced.
But so it feels so good being able to be part of the proper group and having Gene be proud of me just a little bit, even though he doesn't show it.
I don't think Jeddah's going to take it well at all, but at the end of the day, it's his fault.
Well, a young man ain't got nothing in the world these days.
Tonight the band will be playing their first ever gig, But the day's getting off to a bad start as Jeddah learns about the boardroom coup.
I said a young man.
Yesterday, I was off for a legitimate reason. I got voted out, so I just feel like I've been fucked about and it's a bit all underhand because no one said anything. So
I've lost my position and I'm annoyed.
At whom?
The world. I don't know.
So how are you going to win back their respect?
I don't intend to.
Which means what?
Which means basically I was thinking of leaving and it's just the point.
And how do you win if you do that?
I don't. Put simply. I'm fine with being a loser.
I don't know if I should offer him condolences, my sympathy, or some tough love. Go and do it. Or just basically fire him. You want me to give up on you, is that right? Because that's easy to do.
I know it's easier to do.
I'm not going to stand for you jabbing yourself in the gut. You're beating yourself up. You're a very special guy. Here, let me take this off so we can communicate. You've got enormous amounts of potential, lots of talent. Don't look away from me. I don't need to do this.
So I've lost my position as manager. So...
And do you want it back?
Yeah.
Then you have to go in there and fight for it. I'll walk in with you, or I'll stay out.
No. I mean, look, I am a mess. I'm not exactly going to go in there like this, am I?
Jeddah's outside.
Okay.
I want both you guys, both of the managers, to go out there. You don't have to be mean.
Gene might think it's a great idea, but the new manager is probably the last person the old manager wants to see.
You think it's too much? It was a group decision, it wasn't just all of us. It is for the best of the band. Yeah.
How about, mate, you stay until the gig, and then if you feel worse...
No.
No? His excuse was quite poor as well. I had a mouth ulcer. I can now, if I wanted to, I could now show you two, one here and one here, and you always get hit in them. They never burst. If they did, fair enough, but it's only a bit of blood. Just puke it. You just knock it down the toilet and then get rid of it. Surely. I think you should keep battling. Try and come back tomorrow. Yeah. And just because you can do it. You know what I mean? Alright. Say that, son. Keep battling.
I don't know if I'm going to bother anymore. I'm not going to go to the gig tonight, and I just think I can't bother with it. I'm going to have to rethink everything.
The band is hoping for a large, young, hip crowd, so the management team hit the streets to get the word out. But this is Lowestoft.
It's on tonight at the bowl. Oh, is it? Yep.
Man. Come to the... Okay, I'll take that one. Sorry about the ice cream, I didn't mean to.
At that time, hello?
Yeah? You're never too old.
We just had his hip done. I don't think he'll do much dance.
Be careful.
Unlike Kiss, No Comment has to do all the donkey work themselves. But the band seem happy with the hard graft, safe in the knowledge that the management team will be doing all they can to make the gig a success.
We have a large sausage and chips, a regular sausage and chips, a large portion of chips and a donut.
And a bread roll, please.
Where's the flyers?
Under my ass.
As the class arrive to set up for the gig, tensions are running high.
I knew I should have done this by myself.
Chris is unable to perform tonight as he's missed all the rehearsals, but that doesn't stop him trying to take charge.
Maybe that facing that way, so it's like blasting that way, and if we've got another one, we put it that way.
We've gone the whole week without him, and we've gone fine. But he comes back, thinks he can do anything and everything he wants. He thinks, oh, I'll come back and I'll be the manager.
Sammy, do you want to move it? Do you want to move all the whole drum kit this way a bit?
Fuck off, Chris. You come back.
Oh, you don't start arguing. Hey. No, you should have.
He comes back and thinks, oh, I could be the manager now. I'm the best. Feeling like I want to smack him in the nose, but I'm not gonna. If Chris comes near me, though, you just better keep away. Tell you.
I was just trying to help overall. If I'd have sat down on the chair doing nothing, he would have shouted at me. But they would have said, why aren't you doing nothing, Chris? You come all this way and you're going to do nothing. Just can't win.
To be honest, I think he feels threatened by Chris taking his place, so he had a go at him.
He think he could come back and tell everyone what the fuck to do, but he ain't nothing. He's got...
Just say sorry to him for me, come on, just for me.
What?
Even if you don't mean to say, so I shouldn't have outbursted at you, I shouldn't have told you anything. And he'll probably...
I ain't saying nothing to him. I ain't talking to him.
Calm down, right?
The threat Chris poses is too much for Sammy, who again storms off to the loo.
I know. It's just going to wreck the whole gig for all of us.
Just can't be bothered with him. He just keeps getting in stupid, shitty moods about nothing.
The band are due on stage in 20 minutes. The audience are taking their seats, and the band's drummer is locked in the loo and refusing to come out. As manager, it's all down to Rob to talk him round.
What? You gonna come out, yeah?
Fuck off. Close the door, now.
Don't lock yourself in.
Close the door.
Close the door, you're gonna lock yourself in.
Close the door.
People are gonna get wound up with you, I'm telling you, because it ain't just me, because, like, it's the club, innit?
I'm feeling really scared and really annoyed because Sammy's already in a mood. None of us really know what we're doing, and there's already a bad atmosphere, and if that's going to be like that when we go on stage, we are going to be absolutely rubbish.
The first ever gig they get to, and there's already conflicts. It's ridiculous.
The band is shortly due to go on stage to perform their first gig at the Lowestoft Bowls Club. The audience is in place, but the band's drummer is locked in the toilet sulking. And to make things worse, Mr. Simmons is on his way.
If we really want to get this going, yeah, Mr. Simmons is coming in 10 minutes. If we really want to get it going, let's get started.
Right, if Sammy's gig like this, at this tiny little gig, what's he going to be like in front of like 20,000 people?
The threat of Gene's arrival is enough to lure Sammy from his cubicle and force him to make a hasty truce with Chris. So Gene need never know about the near disaster.
Anything new going on?
Yeah. Sammy came back.
Sammy walked off?
But he came back in the end.
Why did he walk off?
He just got overstressed with it like we all did. But it's okay now.
Sammy can do that before they're on stage anytime they want. If he ever does that in rehearsal or walks off the stage when it's important, Sammy will be fired. You think it'll sound good?
Yeah.
Really?
I'm confident in my team.
You're confident?
I'm not confident. I'm confident in the team. So.
As good as they think they are, they're not good enough.
I'm looking for greatness, and nothing except greatness is going to do.
An audience of OAPs with hearing aids may not seem like the toughest of crowds, but they know what they like.
I prefer softer music, not rock.
I'm not a big fan of it, actually. That's because I'm getting old.
Last week I went and saw the Glenn Miller Orchestra in Norwich, and that was lovely.
Do what you know. Do what you know.
At the minute, I'm feeling petrified. I am so scared because I would just think I'm going to let everyone down.
Lowestoft! Hey! Welcome your own, their very first show in their entire life. Hopefully not their last. Here they are, Lowestoft's favorite, No Comment!
I thought I did all right, considering stage fright and stuff. I thought I did all right. Like, to get out there and do it in front of loads of people that don't even know. This is brilliant.
People might not think that we sounded that good, but I thought that was the best that we've ever played.
For a band that have only been together for a week, it's a major triumph.
I'm exhausted.
Can we do it again?
Oh, man.
Can we do it again?
No.
I'm feeling great. I feel like I just want to get up there and do it again.
Feels brilliant to have done our first gig.
But knowing that they now have only 2 weeks before playing in front of 20,000 people, Gene has a very different verdict.
They grandly suck. They're not good enough. Nobody should get used to this band. I can pull it, I can fire anybody when I want to, not when they think it's great. Don't rest on your laurels. Don't assume everybody's in the band. You could be. At any point, I can change anybody. You do your best, just like everybody who goes to work every day does their best. And the ones who don't do their best are fired without any explanation.
Gene's threat of a reshuffle is a shocking reality check for the band.
I'm shitting myself if they shuffle around the places, and I think I'd be quite rude if they put in little Chris in one of our places, because of the fact he's been away for a week and we've been working and working. I felt envious. I wanted to be up there. But I suppose it's not how it works out, is it?
If Chris just comes back from holiday after missing a week's work and takes my place as drummer, then that's just favouritism.
And I can do it. I know I can. And I think Gene should give me a chance.
We played in a small venue, a small pub in Lowestoft, which may as well be God's asshole. This means nothing. You think you're a big dog now, get up on stage in the biggest city on earth and try to convince people who've seen Led Zeppelin, Elvis Presley, and yes, Kiss.
Next week, the band goes on tour and pushes Gene to the limit.
The guitars are out of tune and he can't remember anything of where he is.
I have guitar picks older than this little prick.
Gene's being a wanker.
The First Lady of Rock, Susie Quattro, tries to help Gene inspire the class.
They do say that old girls can't play bass. Bullshit.
And with tensions rising, the class turn on each other.
You say that one more fucking time, I'm gonna smack you.
No, you won't. No, you won't.
Yes, I fucking will.
Grudges can cross generations, back to when America was young, as Daniel Day-Lewis, Leonardo DiCaprio and Cameron Diaz star in the premiere of Gangs of New York next tonight. Watch the best moments from Rock School and download unseen clips straight to your mobile by texting MOBILE to 83188 to be sent a link to the Channel 4 mobile site.